So welcome to the next video in the series of Honda carburetors. This is a set of carbs that I've just taken off a CB750 K1 from 1971. It is completely seized. It hasn't been running for close on 20 years and it was just completely shot. But the bike itself is good, but it's just been badly neglected. You can see the bits of critter stuff in here and everything, and you can see the rubbers are all perished and in pretty bad shape. The choke mechanism I've seen on this, it does still work. The throttle mechanism does not. It's completely stuck. That section there moves, but the rest of it is completely frozen. You can see in some of the bores that it's a long time since any of that's seen any fresh fuel. Inlet carb rubbers tell a whole story, and if I showed you the cylinder head you'd understand why. But what I wanted to do is just to show you the state of the carburetors before I started to strip it apart, and I'll try and show you how to put it together again, and to show you even something as bad as this can be recovered. So we've managed to get the carb rollers off eventually. They will certainly never be used again. I'm not sure about the clamps, we'll have a think about that later. What I've done now is I've marked up all the carbs, bodies and bowls and caps, so I know where they came from. The next stage is to remove the throttle linkage, which joins them all together, and then I'll remove the choke linkage by just taking these split pins out. You can see there's a couple of here all over the place. And so once I've removed the choke linkage and I've removed the throttle linkage, which is the section on the top, I'll then basically have 4 individual carb bodies that are screwed onto that back plate, so I can then take the carb bodies off and individually check each of them. So that'll be the next job. Back to the carburetor strip. So I've managed to get the bank apart. The linkages do move here, which is good. They are seized onto the shafts, but I'll clean them up later. I've marked up the choke linkages as I took them off, so I know where they go back, because they are adjustable. I'll need to adjust them, but it's a lot easier if you know where you're starting from. The fuel unions, you can see they're very, very furred up. This is what happens when you leave fuel in a carb for a very long period of time, but at least you can actually see through that one. The carbs themselves are seized. I can't move that at all. That one's moved. This one will move a little bit, it says. Hopefully I'll be able to show you. But it doesn't move freely and it doesn't give full stroke. So I've obviously got a lot of stripping and cleaning to do, but at least at the moment the damage doesn't seem to be too bad. So let's see where we go from here. So we've got the bottoms off the carbs with a little bit of encouragement, but yes, they've definitely seen better days. A little bit of work to do on that one, I think. Again, you see a nice change of scenery for what happens when you leave petrol in carbs.